No po, I needed to create another account because yung iba po, one day pa lang, lalo na during the time of Bongbong Marcos, during the election of 2022, lagi po akong minamas report kahit wala pa man din akong ginagawang content.
Okay, sige. Anyway, so thank you very much. So I just wanted to find out, Mr. Chair, kung paano po kasi yung arrangement nila kasi kung sila po ba nakakatanggap ng pera or any sort of financial contribution or contracts, with the work that they do. Mr. Chair, can I forward my next questions to Commodore J. Tariela? Yeah. Commodore Tariela, ako po kasi talagang naniniwala ako na yung West Philippine Sea atin yun eh. At ako talagang saludo ako sa pinakikita mo na ipinaglalaban mo ang soberenya ng ating bansa. Have you ever been a victim of fake news, malicious attacks on the internet when it comes to safeguarding and protecting the territorial and matters that affect the Philippines?
Yes, sir.
You have?
Yes, sir.
And what were the nature of these attacks?
Well, primarily, sir, they are calling me as a U.S. lapdog. I was recruited for CIA that even my mother cannot believe. Sa mukha-mukha lang, sir. Pero sinasabi nila I'm a CIA agent. They are also saying that I am receiving talent fee from the U.S. Embassy. At one point, they also said that I went to the residence of Speaker to receive 3 black bags. Those kind of things, sir.
And were these attacks from Filipinos or from foreigners?
From Filipinos, sir.
From Filipinos?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry for my ignorance. Are those Filipinos present in this room?
Yes, sir.
They're here now.
Yes, sir.
Can you point them out?
Mr. Mark Lopez, sir.
Mr. Mark Lopez. I can't seem to. Who is Mark Lopez? There. Okay. Mr. Mark Lopez. So dito po sinasabi ni Commodore J. Tariela na meron ka daw pong mga isinusulat na hindi makatotohanan laban sa kanya. Pwede mo po bang ipaliwanag ito?
Baka po si Commodore Tariela po ang dapat magpaliwanag kung ano po yung sinulat ko.
Okay, yes, please. I want to understand because I want to know, because you're a uniformed personnel of the Philippine government.
Yes,
no? And your duty is to uphold the Constitution and to fight for sovereignty and for the protection of the welfare of the Filipinos.
Yes, sir.
So I want to know, because if he's a Filipino and he's attacking fellow Filipinos, medyo red flag po sa akin yun. So pwede po bang may-share mo pa ang uri ng mga sinabi ni Mark Lopez laban po sa inyo?
Yes, sir. Last February 5, 2025, he posted it on his X account. Si J. Tariela ang masigasig na nagbebenta niyan. Sponsored by Biden administration. And also, last August 23, 2024, he said, patriotism my ass. Kayo kaya ang taksil sa bayan dahil sunod-sunuran kayo sa dikta ng Amerika. Muking na ang kawalang hiyaan mo, J. Tariela. And
okay, yes.
Series of postings. Sir.
Yeah. Let's ask him to comment on those. Mr. Mark Lopez, you're questioning the patriotism of one of our uniformed personnel. You described him as a lapdog of the U.S. because he's fighting for the sovereignty of our country. So, where are you coming from?
Mr. Chair, I have been reading a lot and I have been being bombarded with a lot of news about the South China Sea issue. And among this news or information that I have been able to obtain is that the United States is using the Philippines to promote its agenda in the South China Sea. And it is on Google, it is in the news. And
Okay.
the basis of my assertion about Commodore Tariela is very striking because yung pong ginagamit yung mga terms regarding the South China Sea issue is very similar to the United States propaganda regarding the South China Sea issue. And it is also on record that Commodore Tariela has been to the United States, has been is very supportive of the assertive transparency that is being propagated by the United States in the South China Sea.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mark Lopez. Ang hindi ko lang po I'm trying to understand, no? You're saying that he is a lapdog just because he's fighting for what is rightfully ours?
It's the same in the similar vein.
Kasi yun din naman po ang sinisigaw ng mga mamamayang Pilipino. Atin po yun. Yun din po yung sinisigaw ng mga mangingisda na nanggagaling sa Zambales na araw-araw kinakawawa ng binabangga ng mga Chinese militia vessels. Yun din naman po yung nararamdaman ng milyon-milyong Pilipino na yun po talaga ay para sa Pilipinas at pag may-ari ng Pilipino. At ngayon po nakakalungkot, kanina nung ini-interpolate ni Kong Rog, pati yata yung Palawan, sinakop na rin ng China sa kanilang bagong press release. Na ito po ba dahil sa nais to ng US? I don't think so.
Mr. Chair,
I think that's reckless. I'm not fighting for US interest when I'm fighting for what is Philippines, what is pro-Philippines, what is ours. I'm fighting for the Philippine interest only.
Mr. Chair, pwede ko po matanong, ano po ba yung atin na inagaw?
Ulit?
Ano po yung sa atin na inagaw?
Ano po yung?
Ano po yung ating territory na inagaw? O kinuha?
What do you, wait.
Mr.
My
Chair,
point
of order is, do we allow, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, do we allow our resource person to ask question to one of the committee members here, Mr. Chair? Or it should be the other way around?
Yes, no, I don't mind. If you want to get into a debate with me, Mr. Lopez, about this, then I'm sure we can. But my point is, you're saying that just because I, for example, believe that is rightfully owned and that is rightfully by the Philippines, and you're saying, and your logic is, I'm following US dictated narratives. Ganun po ba yun?
Mr. Chair, the South China Sea issue po kasi is a very complex issue. And ang nakakalungkot po kasi, ang Pilipinas po ang ginagamit because of our strategic location. The South China Sea issue is a
Anyway, Mr. Chair, can I request that that Mr. Lopez be refrained? I just wanted to find out where he was coming from, and it seems that his point is, tama po ba, Mr. Lopez, dahil sa palagay ninyo ginagamit yung Pilipinas? Tama po?
Tama po.
Okay. So, yes, Mr. Tariela, can you continue?
So, sir, this is a good example of how, like Mr. Lopez is countering our factual narrative in the West Province. And this is the reason why we need to counter fake news purveyor like Mr. Mark Lopez spreading wrong information about our fight in the West Philippines. Ito ang dahilan kung bakit ang hirap nating pagkaisahin ng mga Pilipino. sa mga pagsasalita na katulad ni Mark Lopez na ganyan, that he never hesitates to call out the aggressive actions of the People's Republic of China. And he appears to even side with the People's Republic of China's narrative.
Ako, kunyari, nung tinitira ng water cannons yung mga mangingisda natin, masakit sa akin yun. Pag binabangga yung mga Coast Guard vessels natin ng mga dambuhalang Chinese vessels, masakit sa akin yun. Pag yung mga mangingisda natin na malilit ay hindi Mr. Chairman!
That's what you said.
Mr. Chairman, that's fake news!
Yes, that is why, just a point of clarification. You mentioned earlier that ang Pilipinas nag-water cannon din sa China. May I know where did you get that information? Was it in the news?
Mr. Chair, wala po ako sinabing nag-water cannon sa China.
Hindi, sinabi niyo ngayon lang.
Hindi, ang sinabi ko po nag-water cannon
Tapos,
sa Pilipinas.
Mr. Mark Lopez, pwede natin i-review yung take. We are on the record. Kasasabi mo lang yun. At saka, did I hear it right? That he said na nag-water cannon din tayo sa China?
Nag-water cannon lang.
Nag-water cannon po tayo.
Pero, Mr. Chairman, pero Mr. Lopez,
Opo, Mr. Chair. Yes, sir.
akinig ka po, please. Kasi po, the issue as of now is the West, Mr. Chairman. Pero Mr. Lopez,
Opo, Mr. Chair. Yes, sir.
akinig ka po, please. Kasi po, the issue as of now is the West Philippine Sea. The problem with China. Now, nung we-mention D.S. Suarez about the water cannons, nagsalita ka na tayo din, nag-water cannon. Saan yun? Water cannon saan? Kasi yung pinag-usapan natin dito is the West Philippine Sea. Now, tama ka. Hindi mo sinabi na nag-water cannon ang Pilipinas sa China. But ang pinag-usapan natin dito is all about the West Philippine Sea. Now, ano yung sinasabi mong water cannon?
Mr. Chair, I premised my statement po kasi kanina sinabi ko po issue is a complex issue.
Sandali po. Please answer my question. What do you mean that the Philippines is using water cannon?
Kasi po yung water cannon is a facility. Opo.
Huwag ka magpalusot. I warn you. You're under oath.
Ang water cannon
Sagutin mo
po,
po where you refer that water cannon. That you mentioned.
ang water cannon deployment po kasi is one of the actions taken by a state. Pag meron po mga dispute na ganyan nga po,
Ang Pilipinas, ibig ko sabihin, mag-water cannon din sa China.
pwede po.
That's sinabi mo nag-water cannon.
Mr. Chair, wala ako sinabi na ang Pilipinas na ginater cannon ng isang kalabang state. Ang sinabi
Sandali
ko,
po. But we are talking about the West Philippine Sea. This will be your last warning. Or else I will cite you in contempt. This is your last warning. You're under oath.
opo.
What do you mean that the Philippines is using water cannon?
Mr. Chair, ang sinabi ko nga po, Pilipinas po, nag-water cannon, pwede po mag-water cannon.
Hindi. Walang pwede. Sinabi mo mag-water cannon.
Mr. Chair, sige po,
Mr. Tema, Mr. Tema.
mag-apologize po ako. Mali po ako. Sige po, fake news po ako. Ang sinasabi ko lang po, pwede po ang water cannon sa South China Sea issue.
Hindi, ganito lang po.
Fake news po ako.
Hindi, ang sinabi mo, what you said, nag-water cannon, Mr. Chair.
Opo.
Yeah, if you want, we can ask the Secretariat to refer to our stenographers in the back to the statements issued by Mr. Lopez regarding that issue. So, we have never taken, I don't think, that's reckless, absolutely reckless. Anyway, I want to show a photo, but of course.
Mr. Chairman. Ganito lang po. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Lopez. Okay, you apologize?
Opo, I
But
apologize po.
Yeah, thank you for that apology. Now, this will be your last warning. Please refrain from lawyering or palusot. For not telling the truth. Or else, the next time that you will commit that violation in this committee, I will never hesitate to cite you in contempt. Ipapakulong kita dito.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
So, I find it a little bit disturbing na, coming from a Filipino na, I mean, of all things that can come from a fellow Filipino, yung hindi pa natin pagmamalasakitan yung kapwa Pilipino. Yun, medyo, maaaring hindi tayo magkaisa sa mga political positions natin. Kasi lang kung Pilipinas na ang pinag-uusapan, dapat no questions asked. Isang bansa lang, isang bandila lang tayo lahat. Anyway, Comsec, can you just post a photo? I just wanted to get clarification on this. Yeah, can you zoom into the photo? Yeah. Can I address my questions to Miss Trixie Angeles Cruz? Is she present? Oh, there. Okay, ma'am.
Baliktad po,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair. It's Trixie Cruz Angeles.
Huh?
Trixie Cruz Angeles, sir.
Oh, okay. Trixie Cruz Angeles. Okay. Familiar po ba kayo sa National Radio and Television Administration or NRTA ng China?
Yes.
Yes. And you are fully aware that they do conduct training programs for media practitioners mula sa iba't ibang bansa?
Yes.
At dito po sa larawan, pwede niyo po ba ibahagi sa komitiba kung sino-sino po ang nandito sa larawan?
Medyo malabo po, malayo po yung, kung maaari pong lakihan para makita ko.
Okay. Yeah. Pwede naman po kayo lumapit dito, Miss Angeles.
Hindi ko na po maalala yung pangalan ng iba kasi it's been some time at hindi po kami magkakakilala lahat nung pumunta kami. So ang naaalala ko lang yan si Miss Pia Morato who was speaking for the group. She's in front. Tuturo ko po. Yes. Si Pia Moreno, myself. He was there as a journalist and I think an information officer. He's also, I understand he's a blogger. Mr. Mark Lopez and Attorney Ahmed Pablino. But the others, hindi ko na po maalala yung pangalan nila. Yes, sir. I don't remember the names of the others.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can you more or less tell us, Ms. Cruz, when was this seminar, where and when was it held?
In China, on May 23rd to June 5th, 2023.
So 2023.
Yes, sir.
So Again, what dates?
May 23rd to June 5th, 2023.
So ilang araw po kayo sa China, Miss Cruz?
May 23rd. Mahina po ako sa math, but from May 23rd to June 5th, I assume that's about roughly about 12 days.
12 days, so
More
more
or
or less
less,
around 2 weeks.
More or less.
Yeah. And this seminar, was it sponsored or did you have to pay for your seminar fees?
This was sponsored.
So, ang nagbayad po nito ay yung state of China,
Yes, sir.
China government. Ang nagbayad sa inyo,
Yes, sir.
sa travel ninyo, sa stay ninyo, at sa seminar. Okay. Paano po ba kayo naimbitahan para maging bahagi ng seminar?
Through the Chinese embassy.
Through the Chinese embassy. Pinili po kayo ng Chinese embassy.
They conduct these regularly, I understand. There are others who are also invited from the mainstream media. Pero hindi po kami magkasabay that time. So, I understand that this is conducted regularly. I think yearly. I'm not sure though.
So it is a state-funded program by China where they invite media practitioners such as yourself. Am I correct?
I think this is one of those times where they've invited vloggers.
Okay, bloggers, yes. And can you more or less share with us what was the nature of the seminar?
So they introduced new techniques in social media, such as short-form social media, how to take them. A lot of them were technical, emerging issues, but they also gave a background on China. And I'm sorry, that's all that I can recall.
Okay. So, more or less, kulang-kulang isang linggo po kayo doon, no? Maayos
Dalawa
naman po ang
Kulang-kulang ng 2 linggo.
kulang-kulang ng 2 linggo, sorry. Maayos naman po ang pagtrato sa inyo ng bansang China habang nandun kayo. Maganda yung hotel, maganda yung
Hindi
accommodation.
po siya hotel.
Oh, it was in the hotel.
Hindi po hotel, dorm po.
Dorm. Okay. So was this the first time that your group participated in such a seminar?
I don't know about your group, sir.
Oh, sorry. I mean, the group that you were with.
Ngayon ko lang po sila nakasabay.
So you've been there before?
Yes, sir. There is a cultural exchange agreement between China and the Philippines since 1970s.
Okay.
I was in Xi'an for an archaeological seminar, part of our cultural exchange agreement because I'm an archaeologist.
So, si Mr. Mark Lopez, kayo po ay naging bahagi din ng seminar, tama? Oo. Naka-ilang bisita na po kayo o naka-ilang seminar na po kayo dito sa state-funded activity ng China?
Sir, yan lang po yung na-attendan ko po.
Again?
Yan lang po ang na-attendan ko.
Ito lang po yung nadaluhan ninyo? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, pa-correct lang po. Yung punta ko sa Xi'an, no, sa conference
Yeah.
on
Okay.
cultural property.
Would you think that the seminar that you attended affected your perspective or the work that you do?
Ako po o si Mr. Mark Lopez?
Kaya
Myself.
po, Miss Cruz. Kasi yun naman
No.
po yung layunin ng mga seminars, di ba? Para mas palawakin ang inyong pag-unawa, mas pagalingin kayo sa trabaho na ginagampanan ninyo. So sa
Pagdating sa,
palagay niyo po ba nakatulong ang mga seminars na ito sa trabahong ginagampanan ninyo?
abogado po ako at ang isang dalubhasa, I think, sa cultural conservation. So yung seminar, it includes a history of China, which also includes an understanding of the area. Matagal ko na pong napag-aralan yon. So medyo yung iba doon ulit na. Pero ang bago ay yung short form, yung pagturo nila ng short form type of video, which is a parang technical na seminar yon, na tinuturuan kung paano gumamit ng ibang mga platforms at yung pagturo ng mga ng appreciation ng short form. Ang short form po, yun po yung mga reels, yung mga TikTok, at saka yung 1-minute videos ng YouTube.
At I'm sure yung nag-gain ninyo at napakinabangan po ninyo additional knowledge is the same with those of those other participants in the seminar. Am I true to understand that, Mr. Lopez? Am I correct to understand that?
Mr. Chair, yung akin pong takeaway dun po sa seminar na yun is that it's just an appreciation po how China media works.
Okay. And from the other participants in today's hearing, were there other individuals there? Kayo po. Okay. Hindi ko po kasi kayo nakilala sa litrato. Sino po kayo? Have you taken your oath?
No, sir, because I was not part of the list that you called. And I did not get an invitation personally. But I came here because I was issued a show cause order for the past hearing that I could not attend because I was in Davao City, in Tagum City. And I came here just to submit that and be with my partner. My partner is Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. We are Luminous, the Facebook page and the YouTube page.
So you mentioned that you're partners?
Law partners and also on the blog, sir, on the Facebook and YouTube page.
So abogado po kayo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So kayo po ay nandun din po sa seminar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ano pong pangalan nila?
Ahmed Pagirawan.
Okay. Thank you very much. So anyway, that's all I have to ask Mr. Chair. No? So thank you very much. At least ilamin po ng ating resource persons na nakinabang po sila doon sa state-sponsored seminar. Mas naintindihan nila yung paggamit ng mga reels, ng mga threads, ng mga short videos. Ang pakiusap ko lang, sana itong dagdag kakayahan na naibahagi po nila sa inyo ay magamit niyo po para sa kapakinabangan ng bansang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. The next interpolator will be Representative Sia John. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Mr. Chair, I'd just like to know, are we still joined by NBI? Is NBI here? NBI? Thank you. Mr. Chair, I just want to know the current state of our laws regulating the spread of fake news, because there's been a lot of discussions earlier regarding the fake news and misinformation and disinformation. I just want to know what are the laws that have been implemented insofar as countering the proliferation of malinformation, disinformation, and if there are gaps within, if there are gaps in the implementation of our laws, or if there be sort of short-handed pagdating doon sa pag-implementa ng batas, or if there's really a need to probably, Mr. Chair, to introduce some measures so that we can close the gaps. I'm sure, and based on the previous hearings, Mr. Chair, I understand that medyo this is a new frontier. I think this is a new area of concern, itong online. That there has to be some sort of an additional measures or mechanism to regulate anything, or regulate the social media. Mukhang yun ang hindi pa natin nabubigyan ng pansin. So gusto ko lang po malaman from the NBI. Partially, these questions have already been answered or been asked, I think, last hearing to the NBI. But just want to go back to some few salient features that we want to find out from NBI on how they deal with misinformation, disinformation. So ko lang po malaman, when it comes to investigating cyber crimes, is NBI the lead agency, or do you have other agencies involved in that?
Thank you, Representative Sia, the adjunct. The next interpolator will be Representative Ernesto Junicio. You now have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If the COMSEC could show the photo shown earlier regarding the Palawan issue. Mr. Chair, requesting the COMSEC again to show the photo, the fake news that being shown that the Palawan is owned by China issue, sir.
Comcheck, please present the video or photos.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, sususugan ko po yung sinabi kanina ni Congressman Rog regarding this particular post na kumalat sa Facebook. I was about to ask our PCO representative, unfortunately he's not here anymore, Secretary J. Ruiz. And also I would want to ask sana si Ms. Pichi Paderna regarding the exposure of these false statements on TikTok. Unfortunately also wala ang Facebook dito sa atin, Mr. Chair. I really hope that in the next hearing they will be present and to be given a chance to ask si Ma'am Pichi Paderna. Your Honor, ito talagang mga photos, ito nakakabahala eh. Si Sir Tarela kanina nagsalita na rin regarding this. This directly undermines the very sovereignty of our country, Mr. Chair. Distorts perception both locally and internationally. At this juncture, Mr. Chair, since wala na po yung tatanungan natin from PCSO and from TikTok, siguro I'd like to take the opportunity to ask some of our vloggers since kayo naman po ang ating mga bisita. Siguro if I may start, Mr. Chair, baka pwede nating tanungin each vlogger. So ano pong opinion nyo dito sa lumabas na statement na to, yung kiniklaim ng China that Palawan is not part of our country, but rather part of China? Kung maaari ko pong marinig yung opinion lang ng each vloggers, if I may, anyone can answer at this point.
Mr. Chair, I am not familiar with this issue that is presented in the screen about that story saying that Palawan is being claimed by China.
Just to give further light, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, Palawan, ito nakalagay po doon sa caption eh, Palawan Island, formerly known as Zhenghe Island, was once the homeland of Ming Dynasty. It was always been developed by China government and Chinese. It has nothing to do with South Fei. Even Luzon Island was also homeland of China in early years. Ito masakit dito, Mr. Chair. One day, it must return to China. Doon ako nababagabag, at least sa amin, with the district I'm representing, sa amin po sa Tondo, Maynila, there's no Batang Tondo who would ever support these claims eh. Now, since we are here, we're all Filipinos, especially the vloggers eh, nakikita ko yung fire sa mga puso ninyo eh. How you post na talagang galing sa sarili ninyong, emotions eh. I just want to know, since we're all here, ma'am and sirs, no? Ano po ang opinion niyo dito? Are you for or against such statements that China is claiming that Palawan specifically is part of China? Anyone can answer po.
Mr. Chair? Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair.
Your Gamboa.
Please answer the question.
Ako po, as a vlogger din po, and someone who loves this country, I strongly condemn yung pong mga propaganda na lumalabas na yan. Ang Palawan po ay sa Pilipinas, ang mga taga-Palawan po ay mga Pilipino, sa atin po yan, at kahit na anong mga fake news na lumalabas po, na sinasabi na ang Palawan ay one day ibabalik sa China, yan po ay dapat tuligsain at dapat po pigilan. At sa akin po, sa aming mga vloggers, kahit na magkakaiba kami na sinusuportahan ng mga politiko, lahat naman po yan Pilipino. Sana po, maski dito man lang sa issue na to, na sinasabi na ang Palawan ay parte ng China, ay magkaisa kami. At sabay-sabay po namin ikondena yung pong lumalabas na mga pictures na yan, na ang Palawan ay teritoryo po at posibleng ibalik po sa China. Sana doon man lang po, sa aming mga kasama mga vloggers, kahit ikaw ay sumusuporta kay Duterte, kay Marcos, kay Aquino, kahit sino pa. Pero sana po, pagdating sa issue ng ating soberanya, ng ating teritoryo, magkaisa po tayo. Ang Palawan ay sa Pilipinas at hindi po sa China. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Chair. I'm Dr. Richard Mata. Actually, sa advocacy ko po yung i-detect yung mga fake news. Kasi ang daming mga chismis, even celebrities. And this is one. Kasi ito po yung ginagawa ng ibang vloggers na para dumami po yung kanilang followers. If you create a statement na shocking, maraming magpa-follow sa iyo. So, I made a list of that. But one thing is you have to check the other news outlet like Inquirer, ABS-CBN, etc. Kung ganito kalaki yung news na yan, dapat lumabas din dito sa ibang media. Kung hindi naman lumabas, malaki talagang chance na fake news yan. So, dapat huwag mong i-share. So, naging automatic kasi dahil very extravagant yung claim, nag-share siya, nagbabiral siya. So, again, it's still for me a fake news. Of course, Palawan is for Philippines only, forever.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
The next interpolator will be Representative Romeo Acop. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's too late already in the day. My substantive or substantial questions will be asked in the next hearing. Pero meron lang po akong i-clarify. May I ask from Madam Kiambao Reyes? Is
Your
she
Honor?
still around?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you. A perusal of your blogs. Palagi mong nilalagay sa iyong mga blogs na this post is protected by Article 3, Section 4 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Tapos, defend free speech and no to bullies. Would that be true?
Nasinulat ko po yun.
Yes.
Nasinulat
In
ko
your
po yun.
blogs, nakita ko yung mga nakalagay sa blog mo. It's either this post is protected by Article 3, Section 4 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution at saka defend free speech and no to bullies.
Your Honor.
Would that be true?
Your Honor, una po wala po akong blog, so that's just my personal Facebook account. And yes, nilalagay ko po yun, yung disclaimer na yan, kasi nga po, medyo sensitive po ngayon tayo sa mga ganyang post, di ba? So, I have to remind them, I have to remind the readers also that these are just opinions, these are just reactions, it's no news, and our free speech is protected by our Constitution.
Simple lang po naman yung tanong ko eh.
Ano po yan, Your Honor?
Ang tanong ko lang naman po pwedeng sagutin ng totoo.
Yes.
Kasi ang tanong ko lang kung lahat sa iyong post may nilalagay ka na this post is protected by Article 3, Section 4 of the 1987 Constitution at saka defend free speech at saka no to bullies. Yes or no?
No, sir.
I do not need an explanation.
Sir, no, sir. Not all, but most of my posts, may nakalagay pong ganon. Lately, Lately po, ganon. Pero sometimes ay nakakalimutan kong ilagay yun. But as much as possible, nilalagay ko po because that's also advice din ng mga kaibigan kong abogado.
Yes. May I know what Article 3, Section 4 of the 1987 Constitution all about?
It's about free speech, sir.
And would you know, Madam Kiambao, that free speech is not absolute?
I understand, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Now, matanong ko po ba, no to bullies, who are you referring to?
Marami po talagang bullies din sa online at
sino po yung nagbubully sa inyo? O ikaw ang nambubuli?
Marami po kasi, sir, may mga vloggers sa kabilang side, yung mga kontra sa aming mga opinion na binubuli rin po kami,
Like
pinagpo-post ng kung ano-ano. Gusto niyo, pwede pong banggitin yung mga pangalan nila?
Like who nga po?
Apo. Like yung sina Rene Astudillo, Labandera,
Sige na po.
TPL Labandera,
Tama po.
TPL 3.
Ano po ang ini-espouse nila na laban po sa inyong opinion?
Eto po, sa akin po, tulad nung first hearing po, hindi ako nakarating dahil ako po ay nasa ibang bansa at dumating na po ako ng hapon. And then, kung ano-ano na po yung mga pinagsasabi at pati yung itsura ko, kung ano-anong sinabi nila na kesyo, kung ano-ano pong hindi maganda. And hindi ko na rin naman po pinatulan, pero yun nga po, no to bullies, di ba? Parang, just because hindi po tayo tumikibo, yan kung ano-ano nga yung pinagsasabi sa kanilang mga FB pages. Sana nga rin po, napatawag din sila dito at nang matanong niyo rin po ang kanilang mga opinion tungkol sa usaping fake news.
Thank you.
Salamat din po, Your Honor.
Sinabi mo kanina sa opening statement mo, if I remember right, wala kang kinikilingan. You're not pro-BBM or Marcos. You're not pro-Duterte. Tama po.
Tama po, Your Honor. I'm pro good governance. But like I said, also in my statement, I support and I respect yung pong mga pinuno at lahat ng Pilipino na sumusuporta sa aking advokasya, which is good governance nga po at free speech.
Good governance.
Yes,
Pero
po.
dapat po bang isali rin yung paninira ng mga individual na tao?
Ano
If you are
po,
pro-governance,
ano po yung tanong po doon, Your Honor?
dapat po ba ilalagay sa inyong mga post yung paninira?
Hindi ko po masyadong makuha po yung maintindihan po yung tanong. Baka mali po ang sagot ko.
Hindi po ba question na po kayo kanina ni Honorable Abante? Nag-apologize nga po kayo eh. 3 beses. At paiyak-iyak pa po kayo.
Yes, Your Honor. Napapaiyak po talaga ako sa...
And then you claim na wala kang kinikilingan. But from your post, meron kang kinikilingan.
Your Honor,
May bias ka rin na pinapakita. Kasi nandito sa akin ang listahan ng mga post mo, yo.
sige po. Your Honor, just let me know po, pwede na po ako magsalita. Pwede na po, Your Honor.
Yes, you have the
Sumagot.
floor.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Sabi ko po, ako ay pro good governance. Hindi po ako pro Marcos or anti Marcos or anti or any politician. Ang sabi ko po, I'm a pro good governance. And I also said in my statement that I also have my biases. Di ba? Sinabi ko po yon. Pero hindi po ako tumitira ng below the belt. I did not say na wala akong bias or wala akong kinikilingan. Obviously, tulad ng sabi ko, sinusuportahan ko ang mga pinuno, ang mga Pilipino na nagtataguyod ng good governance at free speech. So yes, may bias po ako. Kung sino po yung tingin ko na pinuno na nagtataguyod nito, yun po yung medyo bias po ako doon. Pasensya na po.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat din po, Your Honor.
Yeah. In one of your blogs, kasi hindi ka yata naka-attend, di po ba?
Yes, Your
Pero
Honor.
ipinost mo na, and I would like to quote, wait, did they not say that the hearing is meant to investigate their so-called pogo bloggers, narco bloggers, and fake news purveyors? If you're not one of those, why be there and allow yourselves to get insulted and unfairly labeled, accused by some dimwits whose obvious intention is to create a chilling effect? Now that you are here, Madam Reyes, did you feel this?
Again, sir, did I feel...
Ito, yung mga sinabi mo sa blog mo that if you're not any of those, why be there and allow yourselves to get insulted and unfairly labeled or accused by some dimwits, whose obvious intention is to create a chilling effect?
Sir, Your Honor, that was my emotion at that time and my opinion. Again, that's what I felt.
Sino po yung mga dimwits na sinasabi mo?
Wala naman po akong pinapangalanan.
So, sino po ba ang pinatatamaan mo dito sa post mo na ito? May say? May ask pala? Ikaw naman, Iha.
Wala. Pasensya na po, sir, kung... Pero yun nga...
Hindi mo naman sinasagot yung tanong ko eh. Did you feel na ikaw ay na-insult dito?
Yes, Your
You're
Honor.
unfairly labeled or
Yes.
accused by some dimwits?
Your Honor, yes, I felt insulted. Naapektuhan po talaga din yung aming mga...
Sino po ang nag-insulto sa inyo?
Your Honor, kung makikita niyo po yung mga balita ngayon, ang
Hindi,
aming
sino nga nag-insulto sa inyo ngayong araw na ito? Kasi yun ang sinasabi mo dahil dapat na hindi
Your
kayo
Honor.
attend ng hearing na ito dahil you will allow yourselves to get insulted and unfairly labeled.
Your Honor, pwede na pong sumagot. Sa tanong niyo po kung sino nang insulto sa akin, ayoko pong sabihin
ngayong araw
insulto,
na ito
pero
dito.
po, ngayon pong araw na to, natawag po ako ng tanga.
Sino pong tumawag sa inyo na tanga?
Mr. Chairman,
For the information of everyone, that word was already taken off the record.
Sinagot ko lang po, Your Honor, yung
tinanggal
tanong
na po
niya.
natin yun sa minutes.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand. Sinagot ko lang po yung tanong ni Your Honor, Congressman Acop, kasi nga, tinanong niya kung sino pong nang insulto sa akin. Yung pong isiping insulto po yan, pero kasi naniniwala ako na yung mga ganyang salita ay gawa din lang ng galit niya siguro. Kaya okay lang. Ang gusto ko lang po sigurong ang masakit lang kasi anyway, yun po. Yun lang po yung sagot ko dun sa tanong niya na
Pero sinabi mo rin na yung magtatanong sa iyo o mag-i-insult sa iyo isang dimwit. Di mo ba? Inunahan mo na eh. Doon sa vlog mo. Di ba? Yes. It's there in your vlog.
It is what it is, sir, and yun nga po, that's my...
Ikaw ang nauna,
Yeah.
hindi yung kwan. Kasi, inuna mo nang sinabi na kung a-attend yung mga vloggers, they will be labeled or accused by some dimwits.
Your Honor, kung titignan niyo po yung mga bali-balita ngayon, naidikit na po yung mga pangalan namin sa mga salitang fake news blogger, fake news purveyor, narco bloggers, togo bloggers,